What's up, guys? Ken Kaplan from the New England Motorcycle Museum. If you're wondering what that is, don't feel bad. I didn't know when I first saw it either, because you want to know why you don't know what it is? You never seen one before. They only imported 100 of these in 1972. John Penton had a deal with the KTM factory to make these Penton Mudlarks. This is a 125cc SOX-powered bike. The gentleman on it is none other than former national top 5 AMA trials rider, and also Isle of Man legend, and also a veteran of the Isle of Man, Bill Blythe. So he's very familiar with these bikes. I think he's running out of gas. You running out of gas, Bill?
Ready?
This bike came from the Dom Cilio collection. It's got extremely low hours on it. This bike is so close to stock original, it has the stock tires on it. Let's go talk to Bill about it.
Sure.
Bill,
Yes.
as you're aware, there was only 100 of these imported by John Penton in 1972. This is a SOX-powered 125cc KTM branded as a Penton, and it's a trials bike, very, very limited production. What are your thoughts of this bike, Bill?
This bike's in very unusual condition. It's not been used much. It's got original shocks. The skid plate underneath is beautiful. It's never seen a lot of rocks. It's never been out.
Now, for a trials bike, that would normally be bashed in, right?
All bashed
and
in.
And the pegs, too.
The pegs, the shift lever, everything would be smashed, but it's not been used as a trials bike. I think it's been used as a grass laner.
Yeah, you mentioned that these are the original tires, too, right?
I believe so, yeah. Made in England, Dunlop tires. That would have been original equipment on this bike. Very unusual. Original aluminum fenders, and those are the first things to go, because when you fall down, they get buckled and they don't come back.
That's metal, and this, obviously, if you flipped it over, it'd be all bashed in. You pointed out earlier also the lip on the back here is kind of cool on the aluminum. I mean, is that aluminum?
Yeah, aluminum. All typical of British-made fenders from the period. This chassis was made in England to Penton spec with that Sachs motor.
The original rims are just beautiful on the bike. For a 50-year-old off-road machine, the chrome is like new on it. Just fantastic condition.
These are Dunlop rims to go with the Dunlop tires.
Oh, wow. How do you know that?
It's stamped right in the rim. You can probably see it
Oh,
somewhere.
wow. No,
right
I didn't
there.
notice that. Oh, that's really a good thing to know. Huh.
Yeah, yeah.
Very cool.
Both front and back.
This is one of Dom's bikes. When we first went to his shop a couple years ago, Junior and I remember seeing this thing. We're like, what is that? You know, I've never seen one before.
Right.
And the only reason Dom sold it is he has some medical issues, private medical issues, that he needed money for his medical bills. So that's the only reason he let it go. This is the original factory graphic on this bike from well, it's 49, was that 40,
Yes.
47 years ago?
Yes.
Almost 50
Yeah, yeah.
years. The original tank is nice and shiny. It's got a couple little dings in it, as you might expect from a vintage bike, but the patina is era appropriate. The side panels shined up beautifully. These are aluminum also, right?
Yes, they are indeed. Yep. Yep. Made for
What's
this bike.
the header pipe on this? It looks, is that nickel plated or is that chrome?
That's chrome plated. Yep. And it's still in great shape. Usually these rust because they're made with very thin chrome. No?
Here's another telltale sign it wasn't raced. If it was ever raced, they won't even allow you to have you're not, an AMA doesn't allow the side stand to be put on, and certainly that would have been taken off and lost. So very original, very correct bike. Dom did tell me he recovered the seat. He loved the brown upholstery. He chose that. He put the new Ori grips on it, and it's just been serviced by the dirt bike wizard, Chris Kelly here, 35+ year veteran, and it was detailed by no one other than Bill Blythe himself. So Bill's touched every inch of this bike and indicated the main things he mentioned. You know, the original tires, Dunlop rims, the frame's not dented, neither is the pegs. Those are telltale signs of a very low original hour bike. And
Yes.
the Dirt Bike Wizard confirmed the motor is in perfect condition. I have the work order. I forget what the compression rating was, but it was right up to par like you'd expect a new one.
Starts first kick.
Starts first kick, runs and rides beautifully. I'd like to take it for a little spin if that'd be okay.
Yeah.
So is there anything else you'd like to add about it, Bill?
It's a sweet riding bike. It's lovely to ride. It's a little noisy, but that's by design. That's just the way they came. And no big silencer on it. It was made that way. I would say it would be a great bike to have at the ranch with your Penton collection. It would be a crowning gem for the collection.
Yeah, the one thing I did notice it needed was the decal on this side had worn off. So we had K-Ray Graphics is making a reproduction graphic for it. That graphic will be mounted on the bike, and you'll get a spare one for this side. We'll do this one original. So this will be fresh, brand new graphic on this side, which will certainly clean it up for the photo shoot. It's museum ready right now. This is being put right in the New England Motorcycle Museum on display for the guests we have coming this weekend. This here, what is this right here, Bill?
It's a choke. It's a hand choke up here on the handlebar, as well as the tickler on the side of the carburetor for flooding for starting.
So which is on and which is off on the choke?
That's off right now.
That's off?
Yep.
This way?
Yeah, where it was. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Beautiful piece. The kickstart lever is like brand new. One down four? Yes, sir.
You could murder in a slow race on this bike.
Yes, for sure. That's a well-balanced machine. Very well balanced.
It is. It really is. Holy cow. What do you think, Dennis?
I love the smell.
Yeah. That's VP and yeah, 927. That's right.
Castor bean.
Yeah.
Bean oil.
Yeah. Did this have an overdrive?
Yeah, fifth gear is really high
Fifth
in these
gear,
bikes.
okay.
Yeah, first, second, third are real short.
This thing's geared so low, it'll rip your house off the foundation. But when you want to go fast, it's got fifth gear, baby.
Hey, let me ride it.
The motor's really tight. It's like a brand new motor. I'm 220 pounds. It pulled me up the hill here in fourth, banged fifth gear, no problem. Excellent bike to take into AHMRA trials competition for sure. What can I say? It's extremely rare. Only 100 were imported. Who knows how many are left? I've never seen one before. Probably less than half of them stayed in the States, and half of those got ruined. So probably a handful of these. It's certainly this is probably the only one in the world with original tires on it. So extremely low hour survivor. And this Sox motor, parts are plentiful and available. It was used throughout the DKW, the Wassel, the Pentons.
All the Pentons
All
from
of
this
them.
era.
Yeah,
Same
Rickmans.
exact
So
motor.
there's a very, very popular motor. It's a German motor, well engineered, German engineering, bulletproof, and they work great. So just a really, really rare piece that's going in the museum until somebody steps up and buys it. So I wish we could keep it, but we've got a huge overhead here, so they can't stay unless someone buys it and donates it to the museum, which if you do, we're 100% tax deductible 501c3. Kenny, do you want to close this up with shipping arrangements?
Yeah, if you buy the bike, I'll make sure that Ken Sr. finds a bigger Penton shirt for the next video. But message us your zip code for shipping quote. Anywhere in the States, 500 or less.
This is a 1973 Penton original shirt. It's a large, and it's the only one I could find in our inventory, so fits like a glove.
Right. So we can also offer financing. So call us on the shop line with any questions on the bike or to get approved. 860-454-70. And watch the video with the previous owner in the eBay ad of this Mudlark. Link is in the description below. Thanks for watching thus far. Good luck bidding, and God bless America.
I don't recognize that name, Penton Mudlark. I never even heard it, and I'm a trials guy from '74. Way back when, I was a trials rider, and that was a very uncommon bike even then, especially today.
Good find.
Excellent find.
Thanks, guys.
All right.